G'day guys, this is Reconnecting to Party with the JDClan, Episode 3. I'm your host this week, MDL513. EyeSpyJD isn't here with us this week. Instead, we have Mackaman back again. Let's say g'day. We also have Dexterous again.
Hello.
Jeff Scoons
Yo, what's up?
and Candlelit are
Hey.
both returning. They were both absent last week for various reasons. And our special guest this week is one of Dexterous's friends from the UK, Dom.
Hi.
Alright, cool. What do you do, Dom?
What do you mean?
Shit, man, what do you do?
What?
Minecraft, quick go.
Yeah. I do, yeah. Crazy Minecraft shit, that's what I do.
Alright, so he's a Minecrafter.
Mm.
Cool.
Very elaborate.
I spend my
study
life on
anything?
it. I don't move from the computer, that's all.
Yeah, he doesn't understand how to eat anymore. So, we'll start off with our weekend game. Let's go, fuck it. Dom, you start. What have you been up to in the previous week in your gaming life?
Well, I got a job at a hosting company, so I'm helping Minecrafter noobs now. So
Oh, dude.
basically, all of you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
cheers, man.
Yeah.
You're helping us.
Cool.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah, I'm
remember
helping
getting
you.
any of this help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a question for you, Dom. What is the most retarded ticket you got this week?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I've had lots of ones sort of like, how do you op yourself?
Alright.
And there's some people like, what's my password? I forgot it.
So, just for those who don't understand what a ticket is, what is this ticket?
It's like when people need help with their servers or payment or whatever's going on because they buy a product or service. So it's like in real life you might sort of phone company up for
Alright.
help. This is where you'd put an online ticket in to get help, basically.
Alright, cool. Alrighty. Dexterous, what have you been up to?
Shit all. Just pretty much Minecraft, Call of Duty as usual. Apart from that, nothing much. Pretty exciting, hey?
Very exciting. Myself, what did I do? God, I must have played COD at one stage, because that's usually what I do. And then
you did.
I think I spent the rest of the week.
Probably on Diablo.
No, I haven't played Diablo in like 3 weeks. No, I spent the rest of the week watching movies and stuff. Actually, I think mainly.
'Cause that's totally gaming related.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
My weekend game. I haven't done much gaming because I was watching movies all week. What about you, Jeff?
Well, it's been quite a busy week for me. Been handing in, I think I've said this before, but I'm a game designer, well, studying game design, and a lot of assessments, a lot of portfolios and stuff, and I just bought myself a 1.8 computer, which is freaking boss, but it's taken me half an hour to install Skype.
So wait. When you say
So-
1.8, you mean 1.8K, right? Like $1,800.
1.8K.
Cool.
No, I mean 18K.
No.
What?
No.
Yeah,
So 1,800
no,
bucks.
1.8K.
Cool.
No, yeah, 1,800 bucks, more or
AUD.
less, which, sorry?
Australian dollars.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
Australian dollars, yeah.
it's pretty generalist kind of gaming rig. It's i7, 16 gig of RAM. What else you got?
Yeah.
What's your graphics card?
Graphics card is a GeForce 1600, which is probably the best one around, I think.
You don't know anything about
Yeah,
graphics
I'm
cards.
absolutely bullshitting. I have no idea.
All right,
But-
cool. Moving
But
on.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
What have you been up to, Candace?
I finished StarCraft campaign on like noob mode.
Oh,
That was a
sweet.
pretty interesting storyline.
Better than the first half of StarCraft 2?
I didn't play the campaign for that one.
Neither did I. Good. Moving on. What else?
I think that's about it.
Mm.
Wow, we were so
Because of
active
game.
this week, all
I
of
know,
us.
all of us were just like, were we sleeping or something? Mackaman, you gotta be doing something.
Nope. I played like 4 games of Call of Duty all week,
Yeah.
and that
Does
was about
watching
one.
gameplay
That
count?
was about one game,
Yeah, there's
and then I'd hop off.
watching gameplay in Scout. What'd you watch?
I watched Bioshock,
Oh, yeah.
which was played by one of the members that's currently not here, EyeSpyJD.
Yeah, everyone go watch his playthrough if you haven't
Right.
seen it already. It's pretty funny. He spends the last 3 or 4 episodes trying to figure out where he is.
Spends that during the entire series. He's just trying to
Probably
figure
had to
out.
open a door or something.
Yeah, pretty much. So suppose we all kind of did jack all this week in game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No one played anything new. Didn't pick up anything.
No.
Call
Oh.
of Duty I played.
Actually, I did do something this week. I had a go at this game called Mech Warrior Online.
Mech Warrior.
Yeah,
Is that first-person shooter from inside the robot?
yeah, man.
I've seen gameplay. That
I'll
looks
upload some vids of it later on when I can kill something because it's fucking hard. Dex, do you know World of Tanks?
Yep.
It's very similar to that. Like you start off with your 2 teams of 8 and you just battle it out and last man standing wins. But because
Wait,
you're
is
in
this
these
this game that
armored
every
mechs.
cinema guy was like promoting?
Yep. Yeah, a
Probably.
few months back. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, but it's very hard. I think personally, I think it would be better on a console, just by the way you control your mech. Just because of the 2 joysticks would probably work better, but
Yeah, like
it's working.
Killzone 3.
Yeah, like work in progress. Once I get better at it, I'll upload a video. 'Cause at the moment, I just like walk and die, and fly through the air, and then don't know what I'm doing. But it's fun. So yeah, moving on. Let's do some gaming news.
I actually.
Oh what?
Okay. No. Okay. Don't worry about it then.
No, come on, Jeff.
Come on.
No. I'm
Oh, wait.
saying what I'm gonna say.
Can I?
1 second. I have played 2 things this week. Yeah, I'm gonna shut all of you down, and I'm gonna talk now. But Star Wars, The Old Republic, which is pretty good, but it's not that good anyway. And PlanetSide 2, I got offered it by a friend, and it's free. And yeah, it's PlanetSide 2 is pretty good.
Is that
So
the big?
It's free as well. So
Is that
if
the
you guys
big
wanna play it-
MMO thing on Steam?
Yeah.
Planet Side 2.
Didn't we play that? Is that
Yeah,
what we
dude, isn't
played?
that automatically free?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
just
apparently
download it, dude.
everyone
Oh, okay.
says it's like pay to win though.
Yeah,
you have
it's
to pay to get
microtransaction.
off and get shit.
So
Yeah.
PlanetSide 2, for those who don't know, is a massive multiplayer, free-to-play, microtransaction style game where it's everyone on this one battlefield and everyone is in
yeah.
thousands of players.
The
it's
maps
just
put
mayhem.
Battlefield to shame.
Yeah, and it's not shitty graphics either. It's actually not too bad considering how big the map is and how many people are playing and the fact that it's not a very big install.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
But
Well-
if you're bored, just go ahead and play it.
Yeah,
It's not too.
it's free, so why not? What were you
Yeah.
going to say, Candice?
I just remembered that I did buy some DS games. I
Yeah.
bought Pokemon Black because I'm bored waiting for Pokemon X and Y to
That's
come
a
out.
bit racist.
Well, Black 2 and shit.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I don't know why I didn't grab it, and I don't know why TBZ didn't remind me about it either.
Oh, he's too busy playing on his new laptop, I think.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, ETR Gamer has done an unboxing on his Alienware, blah 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 blah. I don't know the rest of it. Something.
Super-duper laptop.
And I bought Luigi's Mansion, but I haven't really touched that.
We're gonna have to get onto that
Played it a bit.
and give us a rundown on how good it goes next week.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think
Alrighty,
that's,
moving on. Gaming news. What do we have this week? For those Australians, the Australian government has bringing out, or thinking of bringing out, or discussing, whatever you want to call it, legislating, being politicians as they are, a new form of classification system. And it's an automated system. So rather than having to submit stuff and that submission having to be viewed by people and taking time and shit to go through, it just does it automatically up to MA15. So anything below that's automated, everything above still needs to go through a person. But it's only for mobile and online games at the moment.
How do they automate it?
Not sure. But the reason they're doing it is, at the moment, if you bring out, say, so we'll talk about Call of Duty because everyone knows about Call of Duty. If you bring out Call of Duty, you can get it rated. When you bring out a map pack for the Call of Duty, that map pack then has to be rated again.
Interesting.
So their
Okay.
idea is, why do you have to rate a map pack unless if it's just adding like, new maps, new guns, all these new kind of things, but it's not actually affecting, like they're not adding drugs to the game or violence or anything like that, other than what's already there. The idea is, well, we'll just keep the same rating for the new thing, and it's just all automated.
Okay.
So it's mainly for mobile gaming and online, like MMOs and stuff like that, which don't really add anything.
Yeah.
So they just kind of go through. So they're just trialing it with those games. I'm not sure if they've started yet or they're going to do it soon. But that's a bit of good news. That will streamline that whole process and mean that games that usually take months to come out in Australia, where everywhere else they're already out, they should come out at the same time.
What
So
about
that's
the
good.
rated R legislation?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
That's out. It's been out since the start of the year.
Oh,
It
wow.
has?
Yeah.
I was wondering why.
I haven't
wasn't
seen any
heard
R-rated
anything.
games.
Queensland isn't. They didn't sign the paper in time, so they were exempt from it until
Bloody Queensland.
I'm not sure when, but so a lot of people in Queensland. There's that town that borders Queensland, New South Wales border. There's like
Tweedledee.
one, yeah, and like all the people in Queensland are going down to New South Wales to buy the game and then just crossing back up.
Wait, are you serious? Because I saw God of War Ascension in the shelves a few weeks ago.
No, yeah,
Or
Queensland
months-
is on there
okay.
now. I think they had up until February or something to do it, and then it took
Oh.
them a while later. But yeah, God of War Ascension, I think, is one of the first R-rated games. They're bringing Mortal Kombat in again. It's been reclassified, and now it's being allowed in. There's a few other games as well. I think they're redoing Left 4 Dead's as well, possibly.
Sweet.
Reclassifying them so we'll get all the gore and shit instead of that bullshit that we have to deal with. Alrighty. Another bit more of Australian news. Anyone who's got junky old laptops and computers and TVs and all that kind of crap laying around your house, there's this new group called Tech Collect in Australia, and they're running a large-scale recycling project at the moment. It's between the 20th of April and the 28th, and they're wanting to break the world record for the most e-waste collected in a set amount of time. So if you have old shit, I don't know how you get in touch with them, but I'm assuming they're going to have bins around towns and stuff. Dump your crap there.
Allocation. You just Google it and it'll tell you our location.
Yeah, so Tech Collect. And yeah, they're trying to break the world record and get in the Guinness World Record and stuff, so we should help them out and get rid of some of that old shit you don't want that's been lying around for years. It's only for like e-waste, so that's electronic waste. I'm not sure if like kitchen shit counts, because if it does, then I've got lots of just stuff to chuck.
Yeah.
More
Dad
news.
didn't have one near you.
South Korea. Last week we talked about North Korea. This week we're talking about South Korea. South Korea is up in arms
Oh shit, why?
about League of Legends server problems.
Lol.
Exactly.
Hear
So-
nothing about North Korea from him.
So
League of
South
Legends
Korea,
goes down,
South Korea is probably the most League of Legends. That's probably where it's most popular is South Korea. The last month or so, locals have been noticing the amount of server downtimes where League of Legends is doing. Who does it? Riot, or is it Relic or something?
Riot.
Riot, yeah. Riot does server maintenance, and their thing is we're trying to get South Korea as stable as possible. But everyone in Korea is thinking of it as the weekly update because it just crashes the servers for like a good half a day, and they're getting pretty shitty about it. This week, for those who don't know, is Mass Effect week.
And what does that entail?
No idea. All I know is that every news site is just posting shitloads of stuff about Mass Effect.
That's weird.
Yeah, I have no idea what it means. It's just Mass Effect week.
Can't we just have like a
Sure.
JD week? Like just have posters everywhere. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
We could do a JD week, but
Yeah.
I'm not posting shit. You can post it.
Yeah, nah.
All right. Last week, Microsoft employee by the name of Adam Orth tweeted on Twitter. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something about all those moaners about this DRM for the next Xbox Always Online thing,
Always
and it's
online,
like
yeah.
he was pretty much saying, why you're crying about Always Online? We're pretty much always online all the time anyway. There's nothing that big about it. Get over it. Blah blah blah. But he said it quite bluntly. Today, Adam Orth has
Retired.
resigned from Microsoft.
Saw that coming.
Microsoft put out a statement. He is, you know, the usual. That's his opinion, not the opinion of the companies. Blah 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 blah. And people who are close to him say that he's resigned. In other words, he's been told, "We're going to fire you unless you fire yourself." So he's gone. He was actually quite a ways up in the ladder or whatever you call it.
High up in the ladder.
Yeah, he was
I
quite
agree.
quite important, and he did quite a few games. But yeah, so he's resigned from Mass Effect, not Mass Effect, Microsoft.
Yeah, apparently with that
Microsoft.
tweet as well, when Microsoft responded, they didn't actually prove him wrong. They just said that's just not what the company, like,
Was looking
the
for
views of the company and shit.
That's what they always
That's
say.
not how we're gonna word it when we bring it out.
Yeah.
No, that's what they always say. They always say it like that. So they don't agree with it, but they don't disagree with it. It's always worded. It's very political the way companies word shit. Okay, last little bit of news. There's a new game. I'm not sure if it's in beta or alpha or what it's in yet, coming out, and it's based. It's a pretty weird game. I wouldn't call it a game. It's more like a simulation almost, and it's about a kid with cancer, and you are
What?
sitting in the ICU, the intensive care unit, and it's
Watching him.
yeah. So the game is about
It's a bit
Ryan,
weird.
right?
That
So
sounds
this
depressing
is
as
a
shit.
quote. This is a game about Ryan and his wife's 4-year-old son who was diagnosed with a terminal cancer 2.5 years ago. He's still alive, and you're just sitting in there, and it's supposed to like bring out all these emotions and stuff.
What are you supposed to
Action-packed,
do?
And I'm not sure. It's a point and click adventure game kind of thing, but I'm pretty sure at the end of it he dies. I'm not sure.
Spoiler alert.
I'm pretty sure it's just like it's supposed to. It's not so much a game as a simulator, like an emotion simulator to try and go through all this. Oh, I don't know. It's messed up. But this guy
Wow.
did a review on it, and it's like super emotional. And he was just like, he only went for 20 minutes, and I don't think it's the whole thing. And the end of the game, it just at the end of the way you know it's the end is because someone just says thank you in the game. It's just thank you,
Shit.
and that's the end of the game. And it's just
That just sounds.
it's
Depressing as hell.
I'll definitely link this one in the description. But yeah, I don't even know if it's got an actual name yet. They've just got it Cancer, the video game. And it doesn't look like it's a very graphical game or anything. It's just all about the emotions, and it's kind of weird. The whole thing is just you sitting in this ICU, and yeah, it's odd. Anyway,
Fuck that. I wouldn't want to touch that game.
that's what
I
most
get too
people.
emotionally invested in TV shows and start crying at random shit. I don't want to go worry about a kid that's dying.
Man,
of
you know
cancer.
when
Yeah.
Dobby died? Oh shit! I wanted to kill myself, right? Just Dobby. No, you can't die, Dobby. Why'd you
Oh,
die,
I know.
Dobby?
I even cry in the anime and all that, just like weird bits that come up. It's like, it's not even that sad, but I cry because you're emotionally invested in your shit.
Cry 'cause you're a man.
Yeah. I cry man tears, damn it.
All right,
Fuck a man tear is, but I cry it.
that's all the gaming news I have this week.
Yeah.
Oh, one little thing. I didn't really find too much out about this particular subject, but there is a Mumble Indie Bungle. That's what it's called. It's a pack of indie games mocking other indie games. So I'll see if I can find an example. Instead of Super Meat Boy, everyone heard of Super Meat Boy?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
It's
so.
called Subpar Meat Boy and Flour. And the games are
Pretty
supposed
random.
to mock them and be insanely difficult and piss you off, and that's the aim of them. And it's called the Mumble Indie Bungle. So
Alright.
Google it, research it, whatever you want. I'm pretty
We
sure it's all
will,
free to download.
Yeah, we'll chuck
Hello?
if we can. We'll chuck a description in the
Yeah,
description.
I'll link
yeah.
this one as well.
Description in the description. Yeah.
All
Do you
right.
guys
Speaking
hear,
on news, Jimmy has joined the call.
Hello.
I Spy JD.
I Spy JD is here.
G'day guys, EyeSpyJD here from the JD
Oh
Clan,
my-
turning up late for this podcast.
All right, sweet. So,
How many times did you rehearse that in your head?
Actually, just made that up on the spot. I have got that down pat. If you're watching my Bioshock Infinite playthrough, which I'm going to plug every week, I say that
Already
every
plugged it,
time.
man.
All
Already
right.
plugged it.
Okay,
Jimmy!
oh, I'm good, yeah. Yes.
weekend game.
Oh, my
Yeah,
weekend
no,
game.
all of
It
us
is
are just like shit all.
exactly the same as every single week.
Bit of COD,
Bioshock
bit of Bioshock.
and Call of Duty. You
Okay,
know,
I've got
I also played a bit of God of War actually. So
Which one?
That's
How
cool.
was
God of War 3, not Ascension.
Oh, God, is the
Any
shit.
good?
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like every other God of War game. You just go around, tear some people's heads off, look at the awesome blood and stuff. I haven't
So-
caught to the ending though, and everyone says the ending is
But
really.
the
Ending's
so's
fucking
the opening.
epic.
The opening is epic.
I was really unimpressed with the
Fighting-
opening actually.
Fighting Poseidon, those giant ass fucking heads.
Yeah,
of
just-
horses.
Inside
Just
Gaia.
Like a
Yeah.
crab. It's like a crab and horses. It's
I
crazy.
mean, it was cool, but it wasn't mind-blowingly cool. No. I think
yeah,
still
sorry.
my
I
main
disagree.
focus is
Bioshock.
Bioshock.
All
I
right,
actually
cool.
haven't played Bioshock yet.
And
so
I've heard people, I've heard people that have beaten Bioshock are just saying it's like blowing their mind. So I'm
Oh
looking
yeah,
forward
I've
to that.
seen the ending on YouTube.
No. Alright.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
really?
Now moving
So
on.
what happens, Macca?
Well, credits roll.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
That's credits roll.
So Dex, what gadget news do we have this week?
Ooh, okay. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 taking on the iPad Mini. You know, Samsung and Apple keep going at it.
Oh, so that's
Anyway.
the new tablet.
Yeah, it's a new tablet, 8-inch tablet. It's about the
It's
same
like a-
size
it's
as the
like a-
iPad Mini.
It's like a bigger Galaxy S, isn't it?
Galaxy Note.
Yeah, it actually is. Like this, it's the same shape as the S3 and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's the pill-shaped what do you want to call it, frame or I don't
That's
know.
also going head to head with the Nexus 7 as well, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not quite sure.
I
About
So
don't
what
know
do we
why you
got
get-
on it?
like, I don't get why you have to get those mini ones. You get a small phone and you get a big tablet and you're set.
Yeah.
Don't go
Well,
for
what
this
if you want
mini
something
stuff.
in between?
What if you want a
You don't
big phone
get
and a
it.
small tablet?
You're just being greedy.
Yeah. I agree.
Look,
Like,
these things are
I've
like
used
these
for
things are like
ages.
these things fit in your hand perfectly. Like a phone can't read shit on it. Screen's too small. You got a
Agree.
I can
big
read shit
tablet.
on my phone.
You're
You have to
Asian.
frickin-
Of course you can't read shit on it.
Open
No, but
your
like with the
eyes.
big tablet, so like the normal iPad, you have to freaking use 2 hands to read it properly.
All right. Anyway, what do
Yeah,
we
this
have
thing-
about?
Fits in your hand nice and snug.
Yep.
Anyways, the design of
I
it.
think you have to have like snug hands to make it.
You have to
fit
have big.
snugly.
You have to have Jeff Schoon's hands,
Yeah.
and then it fits in them.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So the case is actually covered in plastics, like most electronics these days, and it's said to be quite flimsy and compared to everything else.
Hmm.
But on the inside is where it's all at. It's pretty good hardware in it.
That's the thing.
Let me just bring up
they
the hard.
say
So is that-
like,
Is that the polycarbonate casing?
I'm not quite too sure.
they say that the
but it comes
Samsung
with
ones
in,
have, like, flimsy cases but good screens, and then the iPod things have good cases and flimsy screens. I don't know which one you want best. You know,
Well,
how,
there's a
like drop an
couple,
iPhone, it's screwed because the screen is just covered in cracks.
Those
I
are
just
the
buy
old
best
ones.
of both worlds and get both.
Have you
of
heard
them.
about the new iPhone patents for a flexible screen?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I
With
heard
the
about them
jet
actually.
thrusters and everything or something.
What
What?
the hell?
Was that what that thing was?
Jet thrusters.
I don't know. I remember hearing something about like iPhones
So-
having jets in them or something. I think we spoke about it on the
Jets.
first Connecting to Party.
Jets.
No, we didn't talk about that. But
Alright.
didn't he just say flexible screen? Dom, tell us about it.
Yeah, I just saw an article on Flipboard about Apple registered patents for a whole flexible phone,
Ooh,
as in like the screen, the phone, everything it flexes.
And still
I
touch
saw
screen
stuff
and stuff.
about still touch screen and how like the phone changes as you flex it. So I didn't read all of it, but maybe color or like the way the screen is or something.
Cool.
that could be awesome.
Mm.
Imagine that, but with Google Glass. So like you have Google
Mm.
Google contact
Google
lenses.
Fuck yeah, I
Google
could do with some of them.
That'll happen one day, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Gosh,
It's slowly
that'd be
getting
awesome.
there.
Yeah, like, we already have like flexible keyboards and shit.
Reminds
Yeah.
me of Torchwood though. You seen that? The
Torchwood.
contact lenses that got like a camera and shit in them, record stuff.
No,
That's
but
that-
Macca reminds me of you, dude. You're pretty flexible.
Isn't that the... What?
Yeah, pretty flexible.
Them-
Big
These
fat
guys-
old me.
Wasn't
For our-
there
for
like
our
some old
listeners,
movie like way back in the day with Eddie Murphy with some sort of contact lens camera thing?
I Spy.
Yeah, I Spy.
Oh, EyeSpyJD here.
No, just I Spy.
That movie was fucking terrible.
It had Eddie Murphy in it. It's not terrible. It's
It had Eddie
hilarious.
Murphy in it, so automatically it's terrible.
Hilarious.
If you're Mulan.
So anyway, back to the tablet.
Or Shrek.
Two favorite features that I love the
Eddie
most
Murphy.
about it.
It's Eddie
Uh,
Murphy and
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. It's got this split screen thing, so you can run two apps, like one on the top of
Oh
the screen.
my
one on
god,
the
you can
bottom.
run 2 apps.
At
It's
the
a
same
tablet,
time.
dude.
At the
That's
same
pretty.
Yeah,
time.
no, I
mind blown.
That's pretty good for a tablet.
that is actually mind blowing.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
go get that tomorrow.
So it's
Like you can have two, as in you can have them both open simultaneously.
they're both
not
on your
one
screen at the same
backgrounded.
time. So like
So
you
that's
could
a
have-
tablet, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tablet.
Oh, cool.
So you could have like I don't know Chrome up the top and Facebook down the bottom or something.
That's probably because the Windows RT tablets have been doing that since they came out. So Samsung's like, shit, let's get in there before Apple.
That's actually like
pretty
a
sure
really
this is
good idea.
Android
I
though.
want that so
just
often.
saying.
Hey?
Isn't this Android?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Windows 8
Yeah.
tablets can do it. So Androids are catching up.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, that's the first thing I like about it, and the second thing is it comes with a 2-year subscription to Dropbox's 50 GB plan.
Wow, 50
It
gig.
is. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, not
So
that
that-
you'd use it anyway, but just having it there.
Yeah.
So you probably would if you had it. Like you don't
Yeah.
pay for it and then you don't use it, but if you just got it, then you'd be like, heck yes, let's
I read a couple
give
of
other
reviews on the
people some
Samsung.
movies.
I read a couple of reviews on that, and the two they were comparing it to was the iPad Mini, and the Google Nexus 7 or whatever. And what they're saying is that it's not as good as the iPad Mini, even though about the same price, and it's nowhere near as good as the Google Nexus 7, even though it's double the price. So
Shit.
no one, they're like, why would you buy this when you can get a Google Nexus, which is your Android device, if you want that for half the price, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Or if you want, if you want to pay that much, get the iPad because it's,
But the good thing,
actually
the good thing about
solid.
this is it has expandable memory, which the
The other two,
Nexus 7 doesn't.
the other two
Why
don't.
you can't just put expandable memory? Like, why do they always struggle so hard just to put an SD card slot in it, or something like that? Like, it shouldn't really be that hard, should it?
No, it's just it takes up room. Like it takes
But
up
I mean,
a lot
how
more.
much?
It takes up a
No,
lot
with
more
the
room than you
Nexus 7.
expect.
They
Oh,
wanted the
okay.
Nexus 7 to be really cheap, and so they had to get rid of some of the features.
But I mean, expandable memory is like such a good
Just the
feature.
basic
that,
thing.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
But like, it's such a useful one. You don't get stuck with having to buy these.
But to
16
do it, they have
gigabyte
they have to
ones.
have room for the slot, right? Then they have to have the on the board. They have to have the architecture to support that memory that you put in there, and that's going to mean the cost of manufacturing the board will be up, and then they have to redesign
Yeah.
everything to make it fit, and even just one tiny little thing like that just fucks the whole design around.
Yeah.
I suppose if
Yes.
they started designing from the start with that in mind, then it wouldn't be
I
too
mean,
much of a
sooner or later,
hassle.
it's going to become a standard, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Has
I
has
think-
Not-
any
For sure.
has any Apple device had expandable memory
No,
ever?
no.
No.
If they did, it would be expandable memory with an Apple thing. It would be like the Apple.
It'll have to have a dongle.
It'll be like the Apple's. They'll call it like Apple memory or
yes,
something.
Apple
I
Plus.
remember.
Yeah, I remember or some bullshit.
Oh,
It'd
that's
be like
actually a
this,
good name.
like
Quick,
two
I
gig,
hate it.
two
Quick
gigabytes of
check.
memory.
Sue you.
2 gigabytes of it will be like $150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
probably better off without
I'm
it.
hating
They've
on
already
them
put
for
the
these
papers into their lawyers already.
They're like, we're taking Apple. I remember.
If they take that, oh,
I'd
That's gonna be
okay with
fun.
that. I mean, we'll just be like, oh, just give us some creds and that's
Yeah,
all
just
good,
give it
and
like,
we'll
you
become
know,
famous.
just give us like $1 for everyone you
Famous.
sell. Whatever.
Yeah. Easy.
Anyway,
Imagine that. There'd be some income there.
got anything else?
Anyway, you heard it here first on Reconnecting Party, episode
Yeah.
3. I remember.
I remember.
In terms of gadgets, that's pretty much all I got. But there's also Bitcoin, which is pretty interesting. It's quite
Oh, yeah.
old, but still interesting.
What's Bitcoin?
What it is, it's a online currency that you can spend on merchants that really offer it. I don't think there's too many Australian stores that offer you to pay with Bitcoin, but anyway, you get it from like mining these things. I haven't done too much research on it, but like you do all these tasks and then they give you Bitcoin. So it's sort of like, well, if you guys played in like free to play games and then like on their website you can do like these surveys and then
Oh, and they give you Bitcoin as a
They give
reward.
you like if like 5 gold
Going
coins.
down
Like,
rooms.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. It's something like that except a bit higher up.
Yeah.
Get it? Bit higher. But it's come to the point because it's so old that like everything's been done, so it'll take you ages to actually generate any Bitcoin.
I heard them actually, it must have been a week or two ago, there was an article in there where the US is trying to make Bitcoin a formal form of currency so it can be taxed
What?
or something along those
America,
lines.
they'll try and tax anything.
They'll probably
Bastard.
try to
So because
Bitcoin.
you can, using Bitcoin, you can purchase real life objects, and then
Yeah.
you can then go on and sell
Yeah,
those
but
objects.
They even tax prize money, man.
Yeah.
Who taxes prize money?
Lots of
If I
people
win
do.
the- If I win a lottery, I don't want you to fucking tax me. I don't want that shit.
Hey, if I'm working, I don't want you to tax me, but it happens anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the American government needs all it can get for its nuclear warheads and stuff. So.
Yeah,
True.
come on.
So,
They've got a
stop
pretty
North
expensive
Korea.
military budget.
I mean, they got to fend off North Korea.
Yeah. Shit. Look out.
Like, look out. Yeah, I reckon.
All right. So,
so
go on, Jimmy.
yes, I don't know. I was just wondering how much we just talked about the Bitcoin because did you hear about the price spike recently this week?
On
Nope.
Because Bitcoin is actually in the news. We can jump straight to EyeSpy's news section here if we want. I might be going out of schedule with
I
this.
suppose we could.
Yeah,
But
why not?
it's related. It's Bitcoin related. But there's been some craziness with Bitcoin because earlier this week, actually on Wednesday, I think. What's today?
Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday. So it was
Thursday.
yeah. So on Wednesday,
Yesterday.
Bitcoin jumped from about, I think, what was it? It was like $100 for one Bitcoin, and within 12 hours of that day, it jumped up to $265
for
one Bitcoin. So it actually just people were over doubling their money in 12 hours with this massive spike in Bitcoin, and then huge interest for the currency suddenly peaked, and it was crazy, and then it just plummeted back down again and went down to about $150 per Bitcoin. So there were all these people that over doubled their money, and then suddenly all these people that like halved their money. It was craziness, and there was lots of like suspicion around whether it had been. They said it was being hit by a DDoS attack, the Tokyo-based exchange, but they decided that it was actually because of the massive interest in it already, and then the demand made it drop. But I don't know, the Bitcoin, that's the thing about it. It's people have got to be wary that it's a really unstable currency. It's not governed by anything. It's just
Yeah,
governed by
who distributes it?
it's
Oh,
it's
I was
mine.
actually about to say that, but
It's,
when he said
it's-
DDoS, there's no central server.
Yeah,
of,
that's what they were saying. They thought the Tokyo-based exchange, so just one of the exchanges, was hit by a DDoS attack because it said it had the worst trading lag ever.
So,
But
Jimmy or Dex, can one of you guys explain DDoS?
well,
Yeah.
Dex is probably better at it.
It's just basically when one server or a client rather just sends out a shit ton of pings to a server. It's like if you go on CMD and just type in ping and then google.com, it'll send about 4 packets of data, about 32 bits each, to the host name of google.com.
Yep.
And then it gets a reply. But with DDoSing, it doesn't actually wait for a reply before it sends out the next packet. So it just sends out like a shit ton of packets. Whoa. Anyway, yeah, it sends out a shit ton of packets, and then it
Yeah,
gets
it
to the
just-
point where the server can't handle them and then just crashes on itself.
So it's
It just gets hit by a massive amount of lag because of all these packets just getting all this information getting sent to it. And
Yeah,
So
but
Yeah.
essentially, it's a
Garbage
way.
packet.
Essentially, it's a
being
way of
DDoS,
crashing a
actu-
server.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or trolling a server.
But yeah, there's a difference between DOSing and DDoSing. Like the first D stands for distributed, which means like multiple clients doing it. If I say like I'm gonna DDoS you,
So
then I mean, like,
DDoSing is where you get a group of like heaps of people that do it from all over the places.
And so you'd need a
Not
lot of people
necessarily
to hit
people,
it, to
but
hit
just
us
different
like an
clients.
exchange
Yeah,
like
just
that.
different
You'd need a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, but they could have because it was a big center of attention that day because I mean people were doubling their money, but also there was a person, a redditor, who was going by the name Bitcoin Billionaire, which on that day where people were doubling their money, he gave away thousands of dollars worth of bitcoins. He actually gave away, I think I've got the number here, $13,627.70
wait,
ish
I don't get it though.
of bitcoins.
How can you like trade in Bitcoin for money? Like, where does the money come from?
Other
You
people.
go to an exchange. It's exactly like any other currency. You just go through an exchange place that's doing it. There's I think the main place is called Mount something. Well, I can't remember what it's called. There's a main exchange place where you can change it for normal currency.
That's crazy.
So it's just like that. It's just like opening a bank account and changing it for American dollars.
So that might be why
But-
America wants it to get named.
Mm. But there was this one Redditor who gave away 13K worth of bitcoins, which also suddenly plummeted the worth of the bitcoin, which could also be attributed to the massive drop. Because yeah, if you have a look at the graph, I don't know, maybe we can pull up an image of the graph
See what
somewhere
we can
around
do.
here. But you can see like it's a steadily increasing curve, and then it hits this peak at about 260 and then just drops straight down to about 125ish. It's nuts. So many people lost money. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
bitcoins, man. Like they're
Bitcoin.
exciting, but just be
Be
wary. It's
careful.
probably a
I
bubble
had
that's
never
gonna
even
burst.
heard of them before this.
Yeah.
Did you I missed out on a bit before. Did you talk about how they're created?
Very
think so.
lightly, not really. though.
yeah,
Like what they are? Because
kind of touched on it. Go into it if you want.
well, it's called mining. Actually, the whole Bitcoin thing is based around an algorithm, which you can download onto any computer, and it's basically it's how much it's based on how much computer power is done per unit of time or something. So it's this algorithm that's extremely complex and fully destroys your computer trying to solve it. And it also gets more complex with time. So when it was first created, you could mine, it's called mining, Bitcoin mining. You could mine like a couple of Bitcoins every second, but these days it's like they've got up to about 11 million Bitcoins have been mined, and it's just crazy slow now. You're only being able to mine like,
Yeah.
One thousandth.
Sorry.
yeah,
I just said that before. When I was coming, I said like, because it's gotten to the point where it's really old. It's just too hard to get Bitcoin these days.
yeah.
But
well,
anyway,
in the future it'll be capped at 21 million, but so there's still 10 million to be made, but it's kind of like an inbuilt prevention for inflation and stuff. It's actually really cool, but it's unregulated and possibly
Pretty sure
very
the,
volatile.
source code for Bitcoin's on GitHub, I think. So it's a bit weird that like no one's managed to, I don't know, find an exploit to it or
To
something.
hack it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is where the exploitation comes out. Anyway, what have we got up next?
I found the article on the iPhone. Again, I've managed to find
About
it.
the flexible stuff.
The flexible screen.
Yeah, about the flexible iPhone. It was literally it was entitled Flexible Electronic Devices. And they were doing stuff like actual gestures with the phone. So for example, you fold the phone in half and that sends like a standby or off mode.
Oh wow.
You know, like
Fold
you've
it
got
and
the
put it in
lock
your
button.
pocket.
Yeah, so you know, like you've got the standby button at the top right of an iPhone, top left, whatever. Whereas this would say you'd fold it, put it in your pocket. That's it. Turns it, shuts it down, and goes to sleep mode.
That's so
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Mm.
Man, if they can get that to be like,
up.
if they can get that to be a good quality screen and like, oh my gosh, man, the future. It's the
There's also
future.
another one
Fold
with
up TVs in your car or something.
You just roll
Just
it
take
up.
it to
man.
a mate's place, play some LAN.
Oh, that'd be sick.
There was also another one to have screens on the side of the phone as well.
What?
No,
Fine.
yeah. Last year at CES, Consumer Electronics Show, Samsung was debuting their foldable OLED, sorry, organic LED screens, and yeah, they could fold it, and they were just displaying how their future plan for it was to have a screen that's not only on the front, but it folds around the edges too, so the whole phone's a fucking screen.
And it'd be awesome if you could do a different image on the front than on the back.
Yeah, and like on the sides even, you could have,
Oh my
whatever.
gosh, just the whole thing is just, my mind is getting blown by the possibilities.
Because then you wouldn't be stuck to, these two physical buttons on the side for volume. You could put them wherever you wanted, depending on the application and all sorts of stuff.
Physical buttons still, I don't.
Yeah,
It's gonna be wild
physical
till they
button,
run out of use because
physical
like when
buttons
you-
are useful.
like when you don't have any
Well-
software to run or something, and you're just trying to use the very basic. You
Talking
don't have-
about future
know what I mean.
plans, I'm switching topics here, but now talking about future plans, England has come up with a way of, well, they've found cooking grease in globs of, cooking grease in their sewers, and they found a way of mining. They call it mining this
Right.
grease and melting it down into fuel.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say like reuse it for cooking grease.
Yeah.
So I thought we were like-
And I'm reading here, and it's pretty. It's already affected 40,000 homes, and they're already using it.
That's really
So-
cool.
So is this
Yeah.
saving them money?
I think it is, yeah, because it's literally just
Does this
mining.
mean like working at McDonald's can shape the future?
It's gonna save the world.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it doesn't say what cooking oil, because I'm pretty sure there's quite a few. But,
Yeah, I read this article.
Yeah.
So, bit of backstory. What the problem is London. It's particularly mainly London. The sewage there for the last 10, 15 years had been having lots and lots and lots of problems with like fats and oils and greases and stuff getting clogged up in the sewage system and blocking them.
Mm.
Kind of like how shit blocks our arteries and stuff. So what they've done is they've created a new power plant, and their plan is to mine this grease. I don't know how they're going to do it, whether they're going to set up like special blockages to trap it, then once it gets to a certain stage, take it off, scrape all the grease off, refine it into a fuel, just like some people use leftover chip grease for fueling their car. These guys are going to use it to power a power plant. And yeah, they're planning on 44,000 homes roughly is how much it can cover, but it's also going to cover the cost of running the sewage plant. So
That's
in effect, it's
really
going to be
cool.
a self-sufficient sewage plant running off fat from people's
Oh shit,
Waste.
America's gonna get rich then.
They'll power the world.
The economy is slowly going to go back up.
slowly.
The
Oh,
dollar will almost reach ours.
Australia.
alrighty, moving on. Macca, we missed you last week. Last week we had a pretty piss poor effort of our movie reviews.
I'm not gonna say it was poor. It was really good.
Okay, it was really good. We
It
watched
was
some
really good.
terrible.
we watched some Bollywood film.
And the most epic part apparently was a dude stepping out of a car.
That was pretty epic.
That was epic. You
That was
can't.
fucking
not-
epic.
No, that was epic.
All right, what do we got for us this week, Macca?
Nothing actually. It's very slow this week. They've only got that one trailer drop for Elysium, the new Matt Damon film, and Jodie Foster.
What
Alright,
about
what's
Olympus Has Fallen?
Matt Damon.
What's
What about
Elysium
that,
about?
movie called Olympus Has Fallen or something?
Olympus is dude. That's a little old, but yeah.
Where
Olympus Has Fallen is Gerard Butler, Aaron Eckhart, Morgan Freeman, and that one prick from Tokyo Drift. I think.
Morgan Freeman's
Vin
good.
Diesel?
No, one of the Asians.
Oh.
There's a few of them.
He's either from Tokyo Drift or
They're all
from the
same.
first Fast and Furious. I don't know. It was.
He's from both, probably.
Yeah.
Well, you could, if you don't have anything to talk about for this week, you could talk about ones that we missed last week.
What
remember
what's
them.
Elysium about?
Elysium. It seems kind of like people, like all the rich people live up on a Halo planet, like from the actual game Halo, and all the rich people live up there without any kind of sickness. They're all wealthy, plenty of food, plenty of water. Everyone's happy. It's all good. But Earth is just an absolute shithole. It's all war torn or something. They're all fighting over water
That's right.
and everything.
Yeah.
And then Matt Damon's like, "Fuck this! and he puts on some kind of weird suit that I have no explanation for. They don't explain it in the trailer at all, and they all just go and start combating the giant halo up in the sky.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Why didn't they do that to begin with, noobs?
I don't know. Fuck. Apparently, like this, like they show it, like they actually like fucking have to surgically put this suit on him, and then like they drill this thing into the back of his
So
head.
it's just like Crisis.
Yeah, kind of thingy. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, like that suit's nowhere near the level of Crisis.
All I heard about it was that it seems to be like a
mixture
mashup
of
of all of the
games.
greatest sci-fi games smashed into one, and it looks awesome.
Well, yeah, the actual Elysium is just a giant rip-off of Halo.
Wait,
Like, that's
oh
all-
yeah, true.
it's
So
giant Halo.
it's like Halo and Crisis and
And Mass Effect and Vanquish, they reckon.
oh,
Yeah,
Vanquish was
fun.
awesome. I don't know why I traded that game back in. Vanquish was one of the more fun games I've ever played. It was so cool. Did anyone play that?
No.
Hey.
No.
It was so fun. You got to
What
like
is it
slide
about?
around and it's a guy in a suit, and you go around and kill.
Never seen one of them games before.
Yeah, no. This suit, it's like rocket. You have rockets on them. You do like all these sliding
Yeah,
moves. It's almost
yeah.
like parkour,
Is it like
and you
James
go up
Bond?
and shoot these robot guys, and you go around. It's just really fun. Just the actual gameplay is shooting things, and you go into like bullet time mode, stuff like that. It's just it looks awesome too.
Sounds
I
pretty
can
good.
hardly explain it, but if you haven't played it, give it a go.
It's probably dirt cheap nowadays too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all there is for movie news.
What about that movie Trance? That came out. It's like out at the moment. But I've
Trance?
actually
That one with the guy from Wanted?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They hypnotize him to do something.
That's
Oh
one.
yeah,
I've
heard
actually
that
heard.
one.
I've heard
I
good
haven't-
reviews for that.
I haven't seen anything about that. I saw like a teaser trailer a while ago,
Mm.
and I honestly can't remember too much about it. It doesn't really stick out in my head.
Well, it's about
Is that-
some heist or something, and the guy.
That's
hits
all I
his
know.
head
They
and gets amnesia.
hypnotize him. It's also got that Rosario. Is it Rosario Dawson? Is that how you say her name?
This is the movie in the trailer where one of the chicks is like, if you have the right person, you can make them do anything you want.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh gosh, I think the trailer makes it look stupid, but I've heard really good reviews about it. It's another one of those ones that leaves you kind of mind fucked at the end, trying to work out what actually happened. Because yeah, it's thing where this chick is hypnotizing him to make him remember what happened at the heist because he hit his head and forgot. And then there's all this question about whether he's actually remembering or she's implanting these memories and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I got the impression
But it
that she
sounds good.
hypnotized him to do it from the trailer.
Well,
from what
I
I'm
don't know, I
trying to
haven't
remember
seen
of
it,
it.
but I want to see it, so I'm just putting that out there.
I wasn't really interested in it. I just saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, I can.
Well, I wasn't
worry
until I
about it.
heard these reviews, and I was like, oh, it could actually be good.
Before we do the would you rathers, we have a guest here.
Of course.
Dom.
Quiet all show.
Oh, true.
Dom, Catman.
Tom, you there?
Hi.
Oh, he's alive. Cool.
Mic problems.
All right. I'd like you to explain to the viewers a little bit about your arcade MC.
He got it right!
Yes.
Yeah.
Full yeah.
First and the
Alright.
last time.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So what is arcade MC?
In short, it's a network of Minecraft servers with awesome mini games, gun games, stuff
Mini
like that,
games
all
that
connected.
are custom made,
Yeah.
not a freaking bucket dev.
Yeah, custom made. They're not. Yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
who actually
it's
runs
like a whole arcade
arcade?
thing.
Oh, that's why it's called
Um,
arcade. Makes sense to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wondered why it was called arcade. I never asked.
Yeah. Well, I founded it, I suppose, and then Jared does all of the development stuff, like literally all of it.
That would be Dex.
Yeah,
And
Dexterous
there's some-
97.
Yeah, Dexterous 97. There's one other person that does a bit of web development, but he's not very good.
Oh, cheers, man. Thanks.
That's not
Yeah.
very nice.
Let's
No
hope he doesn't
names, no
listen.
names, no names.
Yeah, no names. No
All right.
names.
You better link this to him, Dex.
Alright, so what type of mini games do you have there? Give us a quick.
Jared made a good Walls 2 one, I think. Was anyone in here that played that one?
Yeah,
Was
we-
it Macca maybe?
Not personally.
I think. Oh yeah, we played that one little game where you couldn't get the walls to work.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I played one where you did get them to work, but we couldn't kill each other, so that was
You guys
boring.
played it when it was in like early beta.
All right, so how's it work these days, Dex?
Well, it works.
It doesn't.
Well, what about
Well-
people that don't know what walls is? Come on, just give it a quick.
Okay,
description.
so it's a map by one of the famous map designers called Hypixel. He's done a few good adventure maps, and what it is pretty much is one map, one like square map, split up into 4 quadrants. All the quadrants are the same. Like some people have made their own versions now. Like some of the quadrants have like snow biomes and then or like ocean biomes, something like that. The general idea is you're stuck in your quadrant for a given amount of time. Then after that amount of time is up, the walls will drop, and then you fight the other teams in the
So
other
you have to
quadrants.
mine your own materials to get
Yeah,
weapons,
Yeah.
armor,
it's
and
basically
potions.
vanilla Minecraft, starting from day one, really.
But
But
yeah,
you've got a set time limit before you start fighting, so you got to be as quick as possible to.
There's
And
like
there's
loot
no
chests
mobs?
everywhere. Yeah, some servers have mobs enabled, some don't. We don't.
I don't like mobs, man. Them
Cool.
creepers are creeping.
Yeah.
And
all right.
what's the game you got under development as well? It's a shooting game, I believe.
So, Torch Hunter you're talking about. And well, sounds exactly what it. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
hunting torches for points.
So it's
Yeah,
based off
Hunting
the.
them. They're not trying to run away from you.
It's
are
based
they?
off like a kill confirmed style of Call of
Mhm.
Duty. Yeah. I heard the maps are spectacular.
Myself and Macka made most of them.
Hey,
I made most of them, and then Jace comes in and
I think
fixes it.
EyeSpyJD had a helping hand, didn't
You put cakes everywhere.
he?
Yeah,
It
Put
takes
that
everybody,
one
put
wall up, and
signs
it was
everywhere.
beautiful.
No,
I never
did.
got invited, so I never made a map.
Jeff, you were never
I-
on.
No, I helped out with some like I made some of the stalls in that one map.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there like a muffin shop or something?
All
That's
right.
my
Yeah.
shop.
Um.
Oh no, the
So
muffin one,
Dom,
yeah.
how do people get to this server? Get to these servers?
All through the main. I think the only one we've got running at the moment is the Walls one, which is like walls.arcademc.net.
We'll put a link in the description of the
Yeah,
video.
Yeah.
we'll chuck some links up.
Flash up an annotation too.
But
We'll do all the
soon we're
crazy
gonna
stuff.
have it so you connect to one hub server, and then from there it automatically like switches you to the right server. If that makes sense.
Yep. So like you could go in
So
and
they're
you
all
choose which one.
connected. You just do one command and it changes your server to the minigame that you want to go to.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Sounds like a
You don't have
plan.
to do any you don't sort of write down loads of IPs or disconnect, reconnect. You just do one command and it changes your server.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Actually, pretty smart.
Yeah, that's cool.
Who's doing
Alright.
all the programming? Dex.
Dex does the
yeah.
plugins for the
Yeah,
games.
Dom does all
I
the,
do
like,
all of
server
I do the
stuff.
server side stuff.
And
Oh,
that
cool.
explains why only Walls is working.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Candace, you there?
Hello.
Handle it.
Cool.
Handle
Candlelit, you had a game you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, it's called Evoland. Evoland.
it. Oh, you got
um,
that, did you?
I didn't get it, but
Oh.
I'm thinking of it.
Okay, yeah.
So it's on Steam and it's currently on 10% off. So instead of getting it for $10, you can get it for 9. Yay!
Ooh.
And well, it just looks really interesting, and I'm thinking of getting it because basically it goes through the evolution of RPG gaming from like the classics, and you collect treasure chests in the game, and each one upgrades you from like, for example, from 16-bit color to 64 colors,
Oh,
and
that
like
sounds interesting.
So
Yeah, you
so it
get, like,
starts
eight-
off like super old
Like retro.
retro,
retro, yeah,
square
fighting styles
8
change
pixel
too, don't
stuff.
yeah, they do.
Sorry.
What?
And it's just between like mostly Zelda and Final Fantasy game styles.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Like
So,
with
like, at this-
Yep.
Oh, I was just gonna say that at the start you get like a sword and you kind of have to jab it across the next square, and that's like your fighting. That's like how you start off fighting. But then like you can slowly change. You slowly get treasure chests, and that changes your fighting styles, and all
So
of the
you
good
evolve
stuff.
along with the game.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you can have the Final Fantasy type turn-based fighting and stuff like that, and then you also have
Real
I
time
hate
fighting.
that. I hate the
I
turn-based.
loved it. Like I don't know why everyone
It
hates it
depends
so
on the
much.
game for me.
I don't like
Aw.
it in the latest ones where they try and make it a mixture between real time and turn-based.
It's
I
just
don't like.
boring as fuck.
But
I'd
I
rather just
really
run there
like-
and smash him with a sword instead of like, oh wait, it's 5 other guys' turn. I'll get the
Well,
Yeah.
but it made it tactical as well.
Yes,
like you had
you
to
gotta
you
use
had to
more
plan what
strategies
they're
and
going to do
tactics.
next, and you have to think like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
I have to
Final
think when I
Fantasy
run.
X, Final Fantasy X is still like one of my favorite games of all time, and that was turn-based, and it was just awesome. I love everything about it, especially Blitzball,
What about-
which isn't.
What about Final Fantasy Tactics?
No, that was
Ever
fun
played
too.
that?
Yeah, I love tactics. I don't. It's just all the latest games on the PS3 and stuff are just bad.
Not a lot of people are going to like this, but I didn't like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
No, I
that-
love Final Fantasy.
I
There's lots of-
have to agree with
Advent
Macca.
Children, the movie, fucking spectacular.
Oh, Advent Children
game?
is awesome.
The games, I can't stand it. It just fries my
Yeah,
fucking
dude, I'm
head.
with you,
Games
man.
are awesome.
Well, which ones have you played? Like, if you're basing it off the latest ones, like even me, I'm like a
I even had
diehard
the
Final
old one on
Fantasy.
the PS1 where it had like fucking 7 discs.
Oh,
Which
you had
one now?
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
couldn't-
7
I
was awesome.
yeah,
People say that, and I finished the first disc, and I was like, nah, fuck it.
I actually wasn't a fan of 7 that much. I liked my ranking goes 10, 9, tactics, 8.
Wait, but Cloud was so hard. Of course it was good.
Well, Advent Children, Cloud's even hotter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty hard.
Doesn't mean that doesn't count as part of
But I thought you liked
FF7.
Zack. Oh, Zack is much hotter than Cloud.
Zack is
in
pretty
your
hot too.
in your opinion, I actually like Cloud better. Just let that be known. And
No, I
Sephiroth
like,
is a boss.
Sephiroth is a boss.
Sephiroth
I
is
like
like
Zack better.
the only guy around who has his own theme song. Like you hear it and you shit yourself.
He's badass.
You also had a nightmare about it, didn't you?
Dude, I once had a nightmare that I was hiding in a wall, hiding from Sephiroth, who was trying to find me and stab me with his massive sword.
And
And it was
hiding
like
in a wall, dude. That man can chop down fucking buildings.
it's just where Cloud told me to hide. But like it was a legit nightmare. I was like I woke up sweating and like holy crap, I'm about to get stabbed by Sephiroth.
You're a fucking nerd.
Alright, time to move off Final Fantasy. It's doing my head in. Jeffrey, you're up.
Cut in. Oh, fine, never mind.
Right. Well, this made me think long and hard. Not really. But would you rather be Harry Potter or Luke Skywalker?
Harry Potter.
Oh,
With all the perks, coming with it, with all the popularity, with everything,
What about attachments?
With all the
all the
popularity.
attachments.
Popular.
So
What do you mean popularity, like within the actual realm
Well,
of the
Luke
story?
Skywalker kissed his sister.
Lol.
Harry Potter.
He kissed Hermione.
He doesn't have a family, so he's-
Emma
Yeah.
Watson.
So
Didn't
you
they
can either
kiss?
be incest or have no
yeah,
family.
no, but I'm saying you're saying on the popularity front. Do you mean like within the actual realm of
So
the
like,
story, like
Harry,
Harry
everyone
Potter's
knows
really
Harry
famous?
Potter, or
Yeah.
and no one knew Luke.
No one knows who the hell Luke Skywalker was. when
Yeah,
he
no
first
one
started.
knows. I want to be
Okay.
Harry.
It depends on if you're talking about Luke from the end of the trilogy or if Luke is in the actual novels, because people
Well,
do
fuck,
start to know
Luke
him in
Luke
them.
in
Come
general.
on, just average him out, dude.
Yeah.
Just
Harry
add
Potter.
them all together and divide them by 5.
Yeah.
5. Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry
Okay. Harry
Potter.
Potter.
Harry Potter. Man,
That
you
was
got
easy.
all them
I
spells.
don't know.
Come
Is
on,
there a
Dom.
spell?
Where's your answer?
Ooh. Dom is
That
cat's
is
got his tongue.
thrilling. That is
Harry
thrilling.
Potter,
Harry
by
Potter.
far.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
he's
say it
just
again.
being
Say it
You're
again. Say it
biased
again.
Because you're a pom.
Yeah, please say it again.
Harry Potter.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. it
Harry
is, actually.
Potter. Oh, you say that perfect, just like
Yeah,
other
that's
movies.
awesome. That is how she
Say,
entered.
Ron, how dare you kiss Hermione?
What?
Say,
What?
Ron, how dare you kiss Hermione?
Why?
Did Harry
I
ever
don't
say
know,
that?
I hear it.
Jeff's got some weird fantasies.
Yeah, he does.
No, I'm not gonna do voice acting for you.
I bet you
You
he
are.
just
You don't
he
have
just
to do
wants
voice acting,
record
you just
that
have
one
to
little
talk
snippet
normally.
and Edgy's ringtone.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, that's like how J.K. Rowling, like, have I got the right act?
Isn't it Rowling?
Rolling.
That's how she
Really?
meant for it to be said when she invented his name.
Potter.
It's like,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
No, we can't do it as good as Dom.
No, he just talks like his normal early morning voice. All right, I think
So
that's
you
where
don't
we're going to
wanna
leave it at this
We
week,
shouldn't-
guys.
Shouldn't mistreat our guests.
We shouldn't. Hopefully we'll have
He
another
knows
guest
what
on
he's
next week. And hopefully we'll have all of us dipshits here as well.
I promise nothing.
All right.
We could be all dead by next week.
MDL signing off.
I Spy
Yes,
signing
good.
off too.
Sign off.
I'm going to jump in here. Yep, I'm signing off.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
on.
signing off.
Me
Just
three.
Me 4.
Come on, Catman, get in there.
Let's not make this a weekly thing. This is the worst outro ever.